All right, everybody, we are live again. Dynasty Mirror Search for Who. Thank you guys for joining us. We greatly appreciate it, as we always do before we get started. We just want to thank you all and show our gratitude to those who are part of the Search for Who family, who are part of our Care Bars family. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you for helping us grow. Again, thank you for helping us grow. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you go to dynastymirror.com and subscribe to our email list so we can keep you guys updated on what's going on. And also to the book, go to amazon.com and grab a copy of the book Sales Motivation 101. Get off your bottom and cold call. Grab a copy of that book, you guys, written by yours truly. Today's topic, and I have brother Fitzgerald Stephens on with us today, as we do about 6 days out of the week. Today's topic is a wave of layoffs is coming for the white collar, I make 6 figures plus a year jobs. They got something for you guys as well. And it's funny that we're talking about this topic because when I was working at Aflac, when I first started, I noticed the majority of Aflac reps there previously worked for corporate America. They're making 6 figures a year, but they left corporate America. And for the life of me, I didn't understand why would you leave a 6-figure job to work this 100% commission job? Why would you leave a 6-figure job where you're getting benefits, car package, getting your hotel paid for, corporate credit card, to come work for a company where it's 100% commission, where you're responsible for your own gas, where you're responsible for your own benefits? I didn't get it. I thought it was nuts. So a lot of them told me, Dinus, look, I'm on the road every day. I don't see my family. Only time I see my daughter or my son is at night to tuck them in. Yeah. It's ruining my marriage. I wake up in a different hotel room in a different city every day.
Yeah.
I just couldn't do it anymore. Yeah, it's 100% commission, but if you look at the bigger picture, if I work this job like I did my corporate job, I'll earn more than what I was making at my corporate job. And then not only that, I'm also leveraging. Once you get into a management position, you also have opportunity to leverage the efforts of others. So you create a team, insurance team, they go out, you get a percentage of what they bring in. Versus at my old job, I was expected to perform every day in, day out. That scoreboard started back at 0 every Monday after we reported our numbers on Monday. I just couldn't do it anymore. I still did not get it until I started working a 6-figure job. I started traveling. I was in Zanzibar, Tanzania, and I'm like, I don't want to leave this place. But I had to go back to my job because my 2 weeks vacation was up. So I started to understand. But at the same time, a lot of people, who I know personally, who are in that position making 6 figures, you present an opportunity to them like Care Bars. Oh, I'm straight, dog. I'm good. I'm straight. I'm all right. But the layoffs are coming. And I told you guys the story of my friend. She does sales. They reduced her salary, reduced her commission, took away their car package. Those are all the perks of being in sales. They took them away.
Yeah.
Next was coming down the line because it doesn't make sense to spend all this revenue or money on sales reps if half of the businesses they're supposed to call on are shut down.
Right.
Especially in places like LA. You deal with the restaurant industry. Especially in LA, that was my old former territory. I had West Hollywood, I had Beverly Hills, I had Hollywood. I would say 75%, 80% of the businesses that I did, the companies that I serviced or did business with were restaurants. You take that away, what am I going to do? Who am I going to call on? Then you add the riots, the protests, these businesses closing down. They said 42% of businesses that were affected by coronavirus aren't coming back. And it's a chain reaction. Those 42% of businesses in the industry that I was in, we probably did business with. So the customers are like, you know what? We have to downsize. Like for example, say it was Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald might get 20 sets of uniforms a week. You know, I got to downsize. I only need 5 now.
Right.
So how does that affect us? So yeah, it's like I said, it's again the pick up the phone economy. And if you're in sales, you already know what to do. You need to find a position, a home-based position, where a phone call could change your financial destiny. And now those who had these $100,000, 6-figure per year jobs, who thought that they were safe because the company was paying all this money, those days might come to an end pretty soon. And you're going to be shocked. You know, it doesn't matter if you hit President's Club that year or the year before. Does not matter. They might come for you. So in the chat room is my affiliate link, the Karatbars. Click on the affiliate link, sign up as an affiliate. I will personally call you, and me and Fitzgerald will get you guys up and running. It's also in the description, and it's also on the screen as well. You see the ticker going across the bottom. Go ahead, Fitzgerald.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Fitzgerald Stephens, and Prince Amir, you are absolutely unequivocally 100% right. No one is going to come out of this thing scot clear. The whole dynamics has changed. Excuse me for being rude. Good afternoon, everyone. Sometimes you run into people and it is right. 6 figures, which is really not a lot of money. Especially you don't have a business to avert some of those taxes. Prince, you was making 6 figure. How much money were you actually taking home? Were you actually putting in the bank?
I would say after taxes for the year, if I may say $100,000, I took home probably $65,000.
$65,000. Okay, so we take $65,000 because some people think that 6 figures is a holy grail of money, and it's not. I used to think that too, but it's not. 6 figures $65,000 divided by 12 months. That is $5,416. Well, people say, well, I can live pretty good on that. Good for you. That means you have your lifestyle in the range where you need it to be. You know, so great. But okay, now with that $5,416 per month, could you keep a house in LA?
You have to get a roommate.
Okay. How about right now in Atlanta? If you didn't have your home right there, could you keep an apartment down on a Peachtree, a Ponce de Leon? Could you do it?
I'll have to have a roommate.
Okay. Okay. Could you save for retirement pretty good?
You could do decent, but it depends on your expenses.
Would you feel threatened that you had to get another job or find some other way to bring some more money in?
I'll say this, Fitzgerald. So I had a couple of my coworkers who were on the side doing credit card processing, merchant selling credit card merchant services.
Right.
I should have done that because they were already out in the field. And so when they'll go meet with a customer, they'll put their Cintas stuff away. Then they'll bring out the credit card merchant services information.
Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Your company would have caught you about that, and my company would have caught you your career.
You'll be done. But
all you need is the wrong client calling. Hey, wait a minute! Don't you got what? You know, I didn't want these uniforms. What are you guys trying to sell me? Credit card processor. He tried to do what? Your career is gone. No, I didn't. You know, I tried to. No, that you know, because I didn't want to lose my main income. And I didn't want to use my main income and take a chance as far as on that. But I certainly was building my Karatbar business when I had those sales job, and it wasn't impacting. It wasn't threatening my job pretty much at all. I mean, it's so because business owners, the one thing about business owners, they already have limited time anyway, and so they're looking to get more back of that time. You're absolutely right. It called you when you said that people saw the relationships, their marriages, and the relationship with their children being greatly affected. Sometimes even their health. Do you know? Often when people are in that position, you see this little thing right here. It never goes off. Imagine being on a beach and you're taking this on a towel, and if it rains, and let's just say that's a client, one of your key clients. Well, sometimes you're going to pick up that call,
right?
And we're with the life of people who in that range. This is on their nightstand.
Right.
This is and sometimes it's left on because you never know what call going to come through. It's what clients you have to serve. So yes, the dynamics are looking. I don't want to use the word bleak. Let's say that the dynamics of what we're seeing right now is we can see the storm clouds that would say, okay, there has to be some different things need to be done. Prince Amir had an incredible guest on this morning. Miss Taiwu is talking about real estate over in Nigeria. She was talking about the importance of saving in gold, create residual incomes. Well, I was already a fan of the topic before she started mentioning that, but the world over, it's absolutely right. You minimizing costs. What Africa could do. She spoke about Nigeria. I didn't know Nigeria was as large as it was in population. I had no idea. 202 million people. The United States has like 330 million, and I know they're not the land size, but I was looking at over there like, okay, so far as what you can get for houses and condos and what you can do. And she showed this picture of a farm, and I grew up on a farm. So that would somewhat be appealing to me, but it all comes down. What are you going to do for income? How are you going to live? I mean, the way she was talking, she still indicated that you need to have funds. She still indicated if you're going to go over there, you want to have money, and which I've already known anyway. She said something that caught my attention, Prince. She said if you're set up in a business 2 years over here, you can actually transfer it over there and they will help give you aid. Well, my business is a little different. Prince Amir is a little different. My having an e-commerce business. I don't have a brick and mortar. Now a lot of some people will look at that as a disadvantage, but I assure you it's far from a disadvantage. I do business in Nigeria. Have people I work with in Nigeria right now. By way of Carrot Bars, and I may start looking even more deeper into that country. For some reason, I just hasn't clicked with me like it sort of did today with the opportunity. I understand it's one of the fastest growing, if not the fastest growing country in Africa. So what am I saying? You know what? Creating other streams of income, getting your financial house in order, and I guess that could be a subtopic of this show. Getting your financial house in order. Okay, now the current thing of what we see is capitalism. It's starting to eat its own. Capitalism is truly starting to eat the weak and the vulnerable now. I had said a couple of years ago, either you're going to get big far as like in company wise, or you're going to get eaten. The mom and pop business, that's over. That's gone. I mean, you're seeing. I mean, look what Lowe's and Home Depot did to the small hardware stores. Look what, and then Walmart added that grocery chain on. And they put a dent. As far as with the local grocers and stuff. Look what they have done to the plumbing supply stores, because they amass great amount of resources together. Koch Industry does the same thing. It's a company up there in Wichita, Kansas that is a huge mega conglomerate. Cargill is like one of the largest agriculture businesses in the world. They Do the same thing with like farms, Monsanto's. They do the same thing of taking huge sectors of the economy and putting it under one umbrella and basically forcing the surrender of the small mom and pop businesses. Monsanto, that company, which is nothing more than Monsanto, which is owned by Bayer. Now check this out. They use genetically modified food, but they control the seed industry. So these guys literally make it kind of illegal. If they make it kind of illegal, if you can't replant their seeds. Think about that. Agriculture has been done for dang near millions of years, but all of a sudden these guys corner the seed market. Did you know a lot of farmers lost their farms because if the wind blows and some of their seeds get on another person's property, Monsanto was saying like, hey, you know what, that's part of our stuff, so we're going to sue you. I'm not kidding. Africa, they try to put that in Africa, and Africa has been rejecting it, and rightfully so. Bill Gates is in the seed accumulation business, not just vaccines. So what am I saying? You got to have something that goes a way to make income that goes outside the traditional means of what we've been taught. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been taught wrong. Go to school. Get you an education. Go out there and work for someone the rest of your life, a so-called good job. Hopefully they'll let you retire and things like that. You keep your nose clean. Work 40 hours a week for 20, 30 years and try to live on 40% of your retirement that you couldn't live off 100% when you was working. That business model, I submit to you, is in fact archaic, and it's dangerous. Mm-hmm. It's dangerous. And what do you mean, Fitzgerald, dangerous? There's a reason why 40 million people just in the United States are almost out of work, because they're in that I hate the word is so overplayed, matrix. They're in that system that is designed not to put wealth in their home, but to silently extract wealth. But you put your labor into it. And with the promises that you're going to be taken care of. You're going to be taken care of by your social insecurity, because that fund is broke. Even though you have paid into it, that fund is broke. My generation may receive some of that. Prince Amir, maybe he's on the crust. The generation after him, no, that's broke. Yet you're still seeing that. Yet you're still getting that money taken out your check. Okay, now unemployment will increase. You've often heard me say that. Now, so we've already the poor and the middle class. You make a median decent salary, somewhere like let's say like 50 or 65,000. Okay, suppose that's a decent salary. Okay, that's the middle class. Okay, they pretty much will have dropped a lot of those jobs right now. A lot of those jobs are gone. Sometimes you'll see someone like in middle management, they're doing something like that. Maybe he is your supervisor, like of a team, maybe about 4 or 5 people, or they're working supervisor. Okay, they're gone. Now this economic collapse has really blown the legs out from under that bridge. Now, what the next tier, we're going up, and we're going to start doing like, people making these huge 6-figure salaries. We don't have the client base out there, the customer base, or the demand for our product anymore. Why am I still paying you 6-figure in salary? I would be asking that question, and you own the company, you would be asking that question too. So those people are going to have to go, because understand the company is going to survive. Okay, so now where you thought, okay, well, I got my stock options, or I got my 401k. We can talk to you many Carrot Bar affiliates and many people who are outside of Carrot Bar affiliates. They could tell you what the amount of money is their stock markets and their investment, their 401ks and all those things, their retirement fund, how that has dropped because it's pegged to the stock market. I remember when I used to go out and sell high impact windows, and that Florida is a huge market for that. That's that job you guys heard me talk about. I was fired from the 6-figure income job. Well, there's one guy, he was getting ready to buy, not necessarily fair for me. One of my team members, one of my fellow coworkers, should I say. And he said, "Well, I would love to get this project. I can see where I need it, but hey, I just lost $70,000 in about 2 days out of my 401k." Now he said, "Oh, I can get them, but yeah, I'm kind of holding my cash right now." And I would have done the same thing, and you would have done the same thing. But there are a group of people out there who have tapped into residual streams of income, royalties, residual, and dividends, where their money really isn't much affected by much of the economy. Hear me out, wise, because they have so many income streams coming in that's not necessarily dependent on their income stream, that they can really thrive and bounce back. They have so many markets. When I said that you can do business in Nigeria, and I'm doing business in Nigeria, and Dynas is doing business in Nigeria, we're not playing. We're not talking about we would like to. We are. And then we could tack that over to many countries in Africa that we're doing, and in the Caribbean and North America and South America, and not quite South America. We haven't got down there yet. I want to go after Brazil. And so if the income stream is not solely dependent upon me, and if I'm doing that in a virtual economy, and if I'm running a global business from a cell phone, and I don't have no cap on my income, and I'm able to take opportunities, I'm able to grab that money and use that money, and I can go over there and and set up that one of those properties over there in Nigeria, what the lady was saying, or any other African nation I want to do, and still make my money that I'm making over here without having a brick and mortar business, without having a cap on my income, without having a limit on how many people I can talk to span my brand. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to put those of us who have on that business model in a very, very good position. It really is. And you know what? That business model is going to be the normal model from now on. Yeah. It really is, because you know what? You're going to see a lot of companies put more of the retirement responsibility on you. That guaranteed pension stuff, I submit that's going to go away. That's going to go away to cassette tape, Prince Amir.
Over. I think it's already.
So a lot. Now here's the thing. Health benefits. Well, even back before this, a couple of years back, Prince Amir, they was using health savings accounts, and you had a choice that how much you could pay into that, and then they was diverting more your income to Roths or 401ks, and sometimes companies would have an incentive that will give you a match, and you're vested after these certain amount of years and things like that. And some people did pretty good until the stock market started getting a hold of them. But I'm a firm believer that you can't outpace inflation on a linear income. In order for you to be really profitable, and somewhat be sustained, your income has to rise with the rate of inflation. All right. But particularly, we're not seeing that. We're not seeing that. We're seeing cost of goods and services going up, but salaries are not keeping in proportion with them. Okay, we're seeing layoffs, downsizing, business closing, and for those who are more loyal to their company than to their own personal well-being or their family. I believe in family first. Everything else can work out second. Actually, God first, family first. Everything else can work out after that. But those two objectives have to be done in that order. Well, my goal is to run my family like a business, and if I'm going to run it like a business, there's a certain amount of income I have to make, and I can't have my family being at risk if something happens to my income. People say, well, that's for life insurance for. Yeah, but life insurance, although it's a great instrument vehicle, and I firmly recommend people having that, it's a one lump payment that is generally tax-free. But what happens when that runs out? Right. I mean, so I want to create something that's going to keep coming in and keep coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, you're talking to a man. I don't have children. But I still think in a way like, okay, how can I first of all make sure I'm fine in old age, make sure that someone's not rolling me up in a nursing home or whatever they try to do. I have a plan now that an African plan, but one of my other plans besides that, I said, okay, what Fitzgerald, what happened, man? You're retired, you're laid back, man. You're if things keep down this line, what do you probably want to do? You ain't going to a nursing home, you're not going that. What do you do? I just said that's simple. I just go down like the Tampa, Miami Carnival, and I just go live on a cruise ship. Because I figure by the time I get done, by the time I can travel every port, I probably paid like a $1,400 a month to be on that. I have the money to do that. Go to nice things, all my food for my.
Are people doing that? Living on cruise ships?
Yes, they are.
Oh wow.
Yes, they are. It's cheaper than a nursing home. You got everything there. Some cat coming in making your bed up every day. You got fresh fruits, fresh vegetables. You're going to nice ports. You just sail throughout the Caribbean. Just take a trip down there, or maybe I'm going down to South America. Now you think, oh man, that sounds nice. No, this is the way the man you're talking to thinks. See, you got to have a plan to get in motion. You have to have a plan that's going to take you to where you're trying to be. You have to have a contingency plan just in case something go wrong. Yeah, I could go over to Africa and I would love to sit up there and spend a considerable amount of time back there. But hey, my parents and my two younger brothers and nieces and nephews, they're all over here. I would like to come back and see them sometime. So that's going to take funds. I'm the way Prince Amir is telling me, if you go over to Africa wrong, you're one step away from disaster, from having someone get you a GoFundMe page and get back home. He said that. He said that on the show. So what we're talking, ladies and gentlemen, we have got to look at ways to make more money for our pocket. We got to look at ways to make more money. We have to look at ways to minimize our taxes so we can keep more of our hard money, money in our pocket. We have to look at ways to acquire assets, not liabilities, these things that's going up in value. And more importantly, we have to look at ways to basically leave a legacy of income behind for our dependents and for those who depend upon us and the next generation, preferably the next two generations. Well, as I have said many a times, Carrot Bars fits all four of those. Right. Literally, it fits all four of those. What is Carrot Bars? It's the largest distributor of small gram gold increments anywhere in the world. Okay, right. The company started in 2011 out of Stuttgart, Germany, by Dr. Harold Seitz. Gold is money. Gold is money. So all you're doing is simply, transferring a portion of your cash, whatever you decide to do. Let me do a quick little demonstration. Oh, I spent a lot of that yesterday. I didn't realize I spent all my cash yesterday. Okay, just a couple of bills right here. Okay, so you transfer that into gold like this, small gram of gold. Okay, or you transfer it like into like a gram of gold. That's gold. Gold is money. Or 2.5 grams of 5 gram gold cars. Whatever you want, however many you want, you transfer it into it. Your wealth is growing. You tell other people who transfer their wealth into gold, and tell other people who transfer their wealth into gold. And as our senior founder, Mr. Ty Best would say, you save a lot of save a lot of gold. Tell a lot of people, make a lot of money. But see, the interesting thing about that, I can create residual income from that. And some of you have, many of you have often heard Prince Amir and I talk about a Carrot Bar business. What you haven't really heard is a lot about our plan. Yeah, we make a good income bar far as what we do. It is our own business. Yes, we can minimize our taxes. Yes, we can leave a residual income to our children. He can leave his whole business and enterprise to his 6-year-old son. And by the time his child gets somewhere like say 25, 30, he's already set. Simply what his father has done, and then his son can transfer that to his son, and so forth over. But you hear us talk about, yeah, we get paid weekly income. Yeah, we do all right, not as well as we want to do, and not as well we're going to do, but we do okay. But I think a lot of times, Prince, it's not taking account. Okay, if these guys are getting this income, is that all they're living in? Is that all they're going on? Is that the game plan? No, the game plan is to take that income and invest it in other income streams, and create other income streams, and create other income streams. Like what Miss Taiwu was speaking, and I was listening to that this morning. So man, I wouldn't, real estate, okay. So someone, you can go ahead and buy like an apartment over there about like 3,000 down, so some ridiculous low number sheets. But what if I go over there and take like 100,000, 120,000, invest in the whole group of apartments? What if I go out there and I wouldn't necessarily be concerned about renting them, far as for say, I don't know how the rental market is there, but I would be concerned about flipping them. I would be concerned about acquiring commercial property out there where I can I'll be willing to rent for commercial property, because generally you're renting for commercial property that's pretty stable. What if I look to see invest in up and coming industries out there? I remember we had a conversation how you look at the business the businessman quadrant and the investor, and I said I want to move into the investor where I can just find people who are really have great ideas over there and give some money to help finance that for a percentage of the company, and then make my money through the royalties, residuals, and dividends. So you have to look at things. Okay, it's not enough to get the income. Sure. What's your goal? You want to get 5,000, 6,000, 10,000, 100,000 a month. You can do it in this business. You really can. So where can I park it? Where can I park it where it can bring me back more money? See, you have to have both a short-term and long-term plan. Okay, your short-term plan. Okay, let me go ahead and register with Carrot Bars. Let me register for free with Prince Amir's link back there. Let me fill out it takes me about 7 minutes. Carrot Bars is going to send me an email. I verify the email, and instantly I'm in the business with 149 countries. Okay, let me get one, a tax deductible business package, that's going to come with gold, and depending on what package I receive, it's going to give me a higher commission payouts. Okay, now short-term goal. Okay. Short-term goal. Let me say within 5 weeks, I'm going to get the amount of the business package that I spent. Okay. And then let's just say in somewhere like a year to 24 months, I want to be at a place where I'm making something like maybe 5 to the 7,500 euros per week. Okay. That's your third goal. Okay. Now what do I want to do with that 5,000 to 7,000 euros per week? Okay. Maybe I want to put down on a piece of property in Ghana. Maybe I want to put down on a piece of property, or invest in a farm over in Africa or over in Togo and stuff. Now I got something to actually live. So if I'm making 5,000 to 7,000 euros a week, you better believe my expenses. The way I think, I'll have that reduced somewhere around like the 3,500 a week. So I can't go out and buy the Audi A8 right now. I still got to ride the 2015 RAV4. But give me about 5 years from now, I can have the Audi A8, because now my 55 to 7,500 euros. Now that's something like 25,000 a week, because that's the way I'm thinking. I'm always looking at expansion, so I have money more that I can do more. But here's the cool thing: it's not dependent on a job for me to do it.
All right.
That's the cool thing. See, it's not enough just to have your income coming in. Many people make a great income, and many of those six-figure people make a great income. I personally know a couple of them. A personal friend of mine, families even. But they still have that one elusive things that's eluding them, called time. I know a gentleman who is a very, very high-paid executive down here in Florida. An extremely high-paid executive. He's in my cell phone right now. Okay, and he's like in second in command of a major municipality down here. Well, he's actually working. He's actually working on a health and beauty spa, and he's doing very, very well at it. Because he took a lot of it. He took some of his salary. He started investing in something he owned. For the simple thing, he said, listen, the board of directors come in and they decide they don't want to renew my contract. That salary I got is gone.
All right.
Oh,
everybody, special shout out to College Genesis who bought a bronze package, a digital bronze package yesterday. Shout out to College Genesis, everybody. He's in the
Thank you, Mr. Genesis. You know, I'm a fan of your work, and so I know this individual, but he has a booming med spa, you know, that he's working right now. Probably some of you guys see me share it on my Facebook page. It's called Aspire Med Spa. Okay, and but he's even smart enough to understand, like, wait a minute, I have to have an income outside of what I'm doing right now. Okay, I have to look at an income outside of what I'm doing. Well, most of us don't command that man's salary. I assure you. You know, most of us that don't do that. You know, just as far as a job, you want to talk about a good job, dude. He got it. You know, I mean, you know, he definitely has it. You know, and I know another gentleman who has stream perks like that in a good position like that. You know, as far as, you know, as being directors. You know, I mean, and I know they got it. I know them personally. Matter of fact, they're my two younger brothers. Okay. You know, so I you know, I have the mechanism. What my best friend owns a computer company. You know, so these are the type of people I hang around. So when I'm talking to you about these things right here, I'm not telling you something like it's what is speculation. All three of those men, you know, those men look at different ways to create other income streams before while they have what they got. Now they are at that level, Prince Amir, that many people say, man, if I arrive like that, I'll kick back. But dude, they're working hard to put something together of their own. They're working hard to control their own brand, you know. And so with me, I've said it many times. The gold is not what turns me on. You know, you guys look at this and you're like, oh man, Fitzgerald, you know, he has his gold and man, he's balling. Fitzgerald ain't balling. You know, a dude at my age, you know, I don't look for a baller. Actually, I like to be very, 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 very inconspicuous with my dealings. You know, I'm one of those guys that, you know, like to have money, but you don't know I got it. Right. You know, like that. You know, there's a book called The Average Millionaire Next Door. You know, and you read some of the traits out there. You know, they live in a modest home, paid for. They have no debt. Drive an older car, you know, pay cash for practically everything, you know, save a huge portion of their income in order to put in other income streams. Am I knocking the what's his name, the Floyd Mayweather flash and cash? Well, that's what you want to do, but you know, that's not what I prescribe to. I just like to build wealth slow and meticulous. I like to build wealth, you know, where I can enjoy it. I like to be the guy that, you know, I can go down the airport and nobody say, oh, that's Fitzgerald Stephens. Oh, let's get his autograph. No, I like the guys to be in there and say, oh, Fitzgerald who? That's what I want. But I can be able to purchase what I want. I go after freedom. I go after have enough time and enough money to do what I want, when I want, where I want, with who I want, as long as I want, without having to ask any man or woman to do it. Now, that's my goal. Perhaps your goal is to pay your student loans off. You know, I mean, many of you better move on something like Carrot Bars and create you a home-based business just for that student loan, because that interest compounds on you. Okay, yeah, you know, maybe you want a larger house. Maybe you have a growing family. Maybe you want to start a family one day. You know, but you're going to be responsible. You're going to want to properly educate them and put them in schools and everything like that. Now, I did raise my stepchildren. I can tell you what, you know, and for those of you who stepping up like that, I can promise you, know, they eat at your table, they'll start looking like you. That I did. That I can promise you. So really was a stepchildren. They was my kids and stuff like that. Okay, so and so as I married their mother, you know, I inherited them. But I look and I looked at things. I said, like, God, man, I know I spend a little bit more with the kids in the house than I used to do when it was me. You know, when I realized, okay, I gotta go ahead and look at getting the house. When she first met me, you know, I had paper plates a little bit and plastic knives and fork. One place I had curtains hanging up I called them drapes. You know, I had furniture that had a hole in it, and and I stuffed the towel in it, and laid over that while I would go sleep. I just didn't care about those things. And when I was in there, I used to drive a car that the seat would get wet when you rolled in the back because it had a leak in it. But so all I cared about was getting money and putting myself in position. But as I started getting a family, I couldn't do that, and so I would go out and work and work and work and work and work and work and work. Well, after a while, I really couldn't work like that for much without affecting my marriage and the relationship with the kids. I had to watch them, and then I had that catch-22. I had to get out there and make income. All of a sudden, I saw my insurance thing go up through the roof because now I added other people onto it, but my salary wasn't increasing. So it was a wicked cycle. For you people out there who raise families and take care of them, God bless you, man. Sometimes I find that hard, just to take care of myself to live like I want to, it's not easy. For those of you, whether you're a parent by natural means or adoption, or you taking on that load, with somebody, God bless you. But you're going to need resources. I wish there would have been something like carrot bars. I said I wish there would have been carrot bars around, because I tried other programs like this before. I just wasn't never successful in them. And I'm not going to knock with them. It was just me. I just wasn't successful. I didn't find my right niche. I just didn't do that. So I found something with this that actually worked for me. Save a lot of gold. Okay. Tell a lot of people, make a lot of money. Save gold, my wealth goes up. Tell people my wealth goes up. Create a residual income. Well, I'm able to buy more of my time back. Being able to lead that to my dependents, that's an incredible thing. Knowing I'm actually, it feels, how good it feels when like wow. I'm kind of, I don't have, I'm building something for my family. You feel like as a human being, that makes you feel good, that you feel like you're taking on as far as your family. Now, I went out there yesterday and I had about $80 in my wallet, and, and I gave myself, and I just blew a lot of it, got some ice cream, sat over there, got, a little pizza, walked around, and man said, let me get that hamburger right. That's just stupid stuff, and all of a sudden I looked at I looked at my $80 were gone. Now I did that for a reason, because you know what? When you swipe this right here, your card, you don't really feel it. But when you start seeing like, dang, I had $80 in there, now I got two, then that you put the brakes on real quick. And so little things like that. So I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt when I first started with carrot bars, and even before then, I knew I have got to find a way to make more money. I wasn't even really big into residual income. All I wanted was some breathing room.
Right.
Some breathing room. You guys heard me often share my story sometime. That marriage. As far as like that. Big thing that broke that down was lack of finances. We were constantly in the struggle. We were constantly struggling. And it took a major toll on us. And eventually, like gosh, it broke it up. Okay. And you say, well, they should have stayed there with money. They should have stayed there whether you have money or not. Yeah, they should have. People get tired of constant defeat. People get tired of, a constant struggle. People get tired of, you got to have some wins in life. And, and some people can hang with it longer than others. That's just the real of it. Do I consider myself a failure? Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. But still, the goal hasn't changed. Let me get my financial house in order. So that's why I looked at carrot bars. When Michael Delco called me January 14th, 2015 at 7:30 p.m., Buffalo, New York, 17 degrees. You know what? He said, hey, Fitzgerald, I have a business that deals with gold and is free to join. I said, sign me up. I mean, I said it so fast, it kind of probably surprised him, but he don't know when I was like that, sitting like that. God, send me something. I can't keep working like this. I can't keep working and not getting anywhere. It's taking too much of a toll on me and things like that. It's causing too much things. So give me something. So along comes an opportunity like this. It is just an opportunity. Well, as I started getting to work, and I started putting in efforts in, and I started doing that stuff like this. So even though I got this $2 right here, you know what? The way gold price is up here, this is easy a couple thousand in my hands right now. $2, couple thousands in my hands right now. You know, just going up. Key thing in my hands right now. So I'm not broke. I just don't treat this like I do the cash. I save this, and I just let this continually going up in value. Then I just sit around there and I use this, because yesterday we talked about the phone economy. I'll just get on this and I'll start looking at, say, hey, do you look for any ways to make money? No. Okay, let me know what you're doing, because if you all straight like that, I need to know what you're doing. I'll sometimes say that to people, let them know how ridiculous they just sounded. You look for other ways to make money. I'll think about it. You look for other ways to make money. No. You look for other ways to make money. What is it? I'll have to wait to see how much you make it. Okay. Mm-hmm. Look for other ways to make money. Yes, that's the one I'm talking to. That's the one I want. And so I'll sit up there and I'll send them a video. I'll do a 3-way probably with Mr. Delco or Prince Amir. We'll tell them about Carrot Bars. They get their business. Sometimes they get real jacked about it. They decide to get their business packet. They decide to get started, and boom, I profit. And Prince Amir profits from that, and you can profit from that. And when I say profit, I'm talking about making income. Now, for some people who look at that like, I'm not a salesperson. Cool, I ain't neither. Do you like to eat? You like to stay in a house with air conditioning if you're down there in Florida, or heated? You live up in New York or Massachusetts, or Lagos, or wherever you are. Do you like having health care? Do you like putting gas in your car? Or you just find a hill and push it down and jump into the coast. You like having you like being able to send your children to decent schools. So if you like those things, understand you got to have an income in order to maintain that thing. As an entrepreneur, the grocery store doesn't ask me, hey man, do you make that money through Carrot Bars, or do you get it on working at Lowe's?
Right.
They don't care. Utilities ain't gonna say, man, are you doing that little bitty gold thing, or are you out there working at a prestigious place like a trucking company? They ain't gonna care. Only question they have for me, whether I go to the doctor, whether I need to retain an attorney, for things, or I need to get in the car and drive to see my parents 7 hours to the north up in Alabama. Do you have the money, or do you don't?
Right.
Do you have the money? Let me use proper English. Do you have the money, or do you not? No excuses. This is what, if you want to pay your mortgage, I understand you're behind a little bit, Corona. When are you going to have our money?
All right.
These are the hard realities of it. So if you don't have a job, which many people are doing, and they say like, okay, we still have expenses. You need to go on and do some things. Now, there's a gentleman in here, Mr. Debo. I think a cleaning business is pretty good. Mr. Debo, I had a cleaning business when I was in Atlanta. The name of the business is called Clean and Clear Windows and Blinds. This is the first time Prince Amir is hearing this. Right after I lost, right after my.
I know about the cleaning business.
Well, Clean and Clear, it was a cleaning because I'm one of those people like almost what's it called? It's a real cleaning disorder. I just can't stand to look at dirt. Right now, I see this contract or something like that.
I know something about.
I almost have like a thing like that. Right now I'm talking to you guys, and my eyes are looking on the left, and I see this speck right here, these 2 specks, and I like, oh man, they gotta go. I just can't stand any type of dirt or disorder. I don't know if that's my Virgo personality. I don't know, but I'm an extraordinary, very good cleaner. Remember, last time I said, you don't go into a business you don't know. So I can clean I can, clean ceiling fans, cabinets, floors, carpets. I can do all that and do it extremely well. But I was trading time for dollars. The business was dependent upon people. If I go in there and I would go target like very, very expensive houses. There's an area that when I lived in Atlanta, there's an area called Lake Spivey down in Henry County. Lake Spivey is like a huge, a very affluent area. So those are the ones I would target, and I would go in there and clean. So I would sometimes clean windows and charge like about $200, $300 to do it. I would clean windows per side of your windows. I would charge something like $4 per side. So I was making $8 per window, but I was very good at it. But after a while, I'm paying my employees. I'm having to pay gas. I had to go down and get cleaning products. I had to keep insurance on the car. I had to keep a certain amount of insurance. In case something happened in your home, my policy would cover it, no questions asked. So I spending money out. Why I'm so excited about this thing is because I have a business right now bigger than all the businesses I've ever worked combined by over 100, literally about 150 times bigger. I have no employees. I have no costs. I run a global organization on my cell phone down here from Tampa, Florida, and sometimes I get up and ride my bike afterwards. I have business partners all over the world who work with me, not for me, with their idea that they're building their household wealth. And because they're building their household wealth, it helps me build mine. Like you see me show the gold. I just do that for demonstration purposes. But there's hundreds of affiliates within my organization, doing the exact same thing. I didn't purchase the gold for them. I create a residual income that I'm able to sit here full time, and this is what I do. So we're tapping into streams of wealth. If you're gonna look at building wealth, you have to do something different than what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, people are scared out there. Right. That this economy is frightening people. People, it's setting off headaches and ulcers and fake heart attacks and all that because of the stress. I could give you a doctorate degree about that. You have got to do something else. Many people like, oh man, I don't know if I could take the United States anymore. I'm seeing all these killings and these murders, especially if you're black, you're looking at things. You look like, dang man, what the heck I'm into? I need to get up out of here. But how are you going to get up out of here without an income? And then if you do get up out of here, how are you going to maintain staying up out of here without an income? I'm a citizen of the United States of America. I don't have the luxury of having dual citizenship like Prince Amir. I don't know what I'm going to get into over there. I don't know what climate I'm going to go over there, whatever country I decide to pick over in Africa. But I do know what I better have a clean passport in case something goes south and I can go somewhere else. That's the way I look at things. But maybe I'll go to a place that's real nice over there. I was taught some French in college. So I like to land like in a French speaking economy over there where I could get fluent in what I'm doing right now. Maybe a Togo or maybe a Cameroon or somewhere like that. But I don't know. But I do know this: I want to have choices with my life. As I get older, that is so important and so vital, not only for me, but for you also. What do you have to lose? You're setting up a free gold savings account. Mm-hmm. Takes you about 7 minutes. What do you have to lose? You're saving in gold, however much you want, when you want. You have a global e-commerce business that operates in 149 countries, that you don't have to have any certain license, any special certifications, that you don't have to maintain any requirements to keep. A global business that is literally free to join. You get one of the business packages that you often heard Prince Amir and I talk about. And depending upon that, you set yourself up where you can get paid literally 5 times a month. If you grab a business account like me, you can get paid literally 10 times a month on a MasterCard in euros. What do you have to lose? You have an instantly home-based business that you can receive the tax benefits from having a business. The tax laws in this nation is designed for the business owners because we're the one that create the jobs. Oh, by the way, when I go over there, let's just say if I catch a plane, I go to Togo. No, we have an affiliate who's from there, so she got me interested in it. Okay, I go over there, go down to Tampa International Airport, jump on a plane, grab one bag, get my phone and my other stuff, fly over there. sit over there, hey, talk to some, get my hotel room, get a whole, and then do a meeting in the hotel room about expanding my global carrot bar business. Ask someone you need to look for ways to make money. Great, I catch a couple of sites around there. Maybe go to a Spanish cafe. Here's some Spanish guitar or something like that. Eat my two favorite meats, lamb and salmon. Get some asparagus and some nice red potatoes back. Then I said, okay, hey, Dynas, man, I finally saw one of those shirts over there. So I buy about 3 or 4 of those. Buy me some more luggage. Because I plan on coming back more stuff than what I have. I fly back to Tampa. I go ahead, call Uber, take me to the home. I sit down. I said, God, man, you spent about $5,000 sitting over there. Okay, cool. It's all a tax write-off. All a tax write-off. Because where you're going over there because you want to see Africa, I am too. But because I opened up my mouth and I have a home-based business and I conducting business, that's all a write-off for me, which I get back at the end of the year. So really, how much is that trip costing me? And that's the way the wealthy play it. They create residual income streams. They minimize their taxes. They have a systems where they can assure their future descendants an income, and they buy appreciating assets like gold, like real estate. Carrot bars literally fits all 4 of that. Now, if people are saying or people are trying to say that this is not for me, I respect that. And Prince Amir respect that, but I will say something this: create your residual income and decide what are you going to do. You can't continue on the same path. You can't continue on the same path and think you're going to grow wealth. You're going to lose ground, and you're going to continue to lose more ground. So what are you going to do? How are you going to ensure the income for your future generations? Okay, how do you expect to do that? No, this is a way. Registering and starting a carrot bar business is a way. A lot of people have very other great ideas. We support it. We just, right. You're just saying what this way is working very fine for us. So on that note, I'm pretty much well done. We're looking for business partners like anybody who's trying to grow a business. We're trying to do it right here ourselves. And we're trying to grow wealth and forage for our family. It all comes down to production. It all comes down to production. The world rewards you for what you produce, not what you say you're going to do. And so do we want to work with everybody? Absolutely not. I specifically say I will not work with just anybody. I work with people who know what they want, who have a goal, who trying to accomplish something, whether that's a certain income stream or whatever you're trying to do, and you have a date on it. And we simply get together and show you how this vehicle can help you achieve that. And Prince Amir, and I know I'm not going to say we're experts on it. We're pretty darn good because we've helped several hundred people already do exactly what we're talking about. Several hundred people, doing that. See, soon to be the thousands of people. That little business you guys hear me talk about. That's about 11,000, close to 11,300 affiliates around the world. In my organization. With me just starting at zero. Without me paying any monthly costs or any special fees, to keep my organization, without me having to pay any payroll taxes, without me having to pay any rents or utility bills and things like that. That still keep expanding. And so I'm pretty proud about, pretty proud and satisfied with what I'm doing. But I know I can do more, and I know you can do more. And so on that note, we appreciate it. We thank you guys for doing it, for hearing us out. It's just an income. Just think, okay, how would it be if I could have extra income streams? Okay, I got my main thing. I'm a doctor. I'm a lawyer. I'm a real estate investor. That's cool. They're cool. See, keep doing your hustle. But what would it do, if I had another extra income stream, coming in of X amount of dollars? I mean, would I knock that? Absolutely not. And so that's what we're looking at. Understand, you're already doing our business anyway. You're just doing it for someone else. You're either working in someone else's wealth system or you're working to create a wealth system for you and your family, but you're doing it already. You know, you're already doing our business anyway. You know, you go to a good restaurant, eat a meal, you tell someone, watch a movie, you tell someone, Dynance gets that nice shirts right there. You know, you tell someone, you know, you buy a nice cell phone, you tell someone gives you a great service, you tell someone. The difference with us and what you do they pay you?
All right. Do
they pay you? What do you mean did they pay you? Do they pay you? I mean, you're giving them free advertising. You're sending customers in right now, and you know, and you're doing all that stuff, and you're not getting anything from your time and your effort and your marketing. That they didn't have to pay Facebook ads or Google ads. They didn't have to pay them because you brought them that revenue. Do they send you a check? Do they give you compensation? Well, every time we ask someone, hey, do you look for ways to make money? They start acquiring gold to get one a business package, get one of several things in there. You can get income fars from doing this. That's the difference. Prince Amir, I thank you for your time, man. And, you know, I'm glad to say the sun has probably popped out here in Tampa, and good day for a bike ride. Now I'm going to be available a little bit, you know, to talk to people. I think I'm going to be sitting there at least probably about another 2 hours. You know, but once you register, you're going to receive a call from Prince Amir, and then Prince Amir is going to put you in touch with me. My personal phone number is 1716-573-6296, 1716-573-6296. My email address is fitzgeraldstephens@gmail.com. And for our African and European and affiliates, yes, I do have WhatsApp. Now, people may say, like, what? Did that man just give out his personal phone number? Absolutely.
Yep.
I'm a businessman. Of course, I want you to contact me. You know, I mean, my personal cell number, several years, it's been a number. I don't care. You know, it's no big deal. You know, far as with that, but you know, we want to make it where you get the information that you need to make a logical decision and actually be able to grow your business. Now, don't call me if you're not a registered affiliate. Yeah, I simply can't take.
Alex Joe, again, don't call if you're not a registered affiliate. Yeah. So Alex, you need to register as affiliates. So my affiliate link is in the chat room. Sign up as an affiliate, and I'll personally call you and get you set up with Fitzgerald.
No, and let me clarify that. But someone say like, well, I want to know more. Okay, great. That's very intelligent. Log on to the website, real, REAL, money, MONEY.info. And that'll cover a lot of things. Make your decision. Once you register as affiliate, you know, Prince Amir will give you a call. He's going to get a notification that you're there. Then he's going to give a call to me. Then after that, I'll be happy to answer additional questions about the packages, how you grow a business, how you set it up. I'll be happy to plug you into Wealth Builders Worldwide. That's a teaching system that's started by Mr. Ty and Mrs. Valerie Best that shows you how to grow wealth. That's what makes me what I am, and that's what makes Prince Amir what he is, and many of his group. Prince Amir will plug you into his WhatsApp stream that you could get trainings for through there that you keep you into the know. And so we have a system that we help people, because understand this, we can't win not unless we help you win, and you can't win not unless you help other people win in this game. So God bless you all. We appreciate your time and looking forward from hearing from you.
Guys, everyone, thank you so much for joining. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Again, affiliate links in the chat room. It's also on the screen. It will also be in the description. Sign up as an affiliate. I will personally call you. Go to dynastyamir.com, go to amazon.com, grab a book. Until next time, family, Dynasty Amir, search for Huru. Peace.